I haven't even taken my bracelet off yet. I'll get to it. I'll get to it. I think there's a way that I can actually take it off without having to cut it off. We are going to get to BravoCon in a minute, but first, let's get to the housewives of Potomac. And I got to meet Karen and Gizelle. Karen, I love. Gizelle was very nice. I can't say I love Gizelle. She asked me, well, why don't you like me? I said, I don't like what you do on camera, because I don't know you, and you'll get to see the clip that we filmed. I don't like what you do on camera. Like to your best friend, Rob. You crashed her open house when she was trying to get her new career going. I mean, okay, if you gonna go after Momo, go after Momo. But why you gotta hurt Rob in the process? She's just trying to get her coin up. And she said, oh yeah, I forget I be doing that stuff. So there's a reason. But in real life, she was nice. And her neck does not look as bad as it does on television. Now on TV, that neck looked bad. But in real life, she doesn't have a goiter. I didn't see those stovepipe legs though. She had on a pant. So we open up with Robyn and Juan talking about the affair. It just sounds like a bunch of lies. I don't even feel like covering it. You heard the sorry lies. Robyn didn't even seem like she believed it. She just going along to get along. Juan must have some good D. It must be amazing for you to put up with this arrangement. And Rob says, people think we have an arrangement. What's wrong with having an arrangement? In every marriage, you have some give and take. Juan likes to give, and you apparently like to take it. I'd much rather have an arrangement than a man just cheating willy-nilly. Also, y'all have been together all your lives. You want to take a couple years off the marriage? Who are me to judge? It's the lies that we take umbrance with. It's the lies that give us issue. Issue. We seen your man with all these other women, never with you. Never with you. But girl, Bravo doing this unsolved mystery scene reenactment of somebody at a nail salon. You really had to put somebody at a nail salon, a dramatic reenactment. Okay, production. Okay. I will say Rob's house is nice. Nicer than Gizelle's. It's a little beige, but it's comfortable. It's soothing. I would say that. Her decor is very soothing. I didn't get to meet Robyn. I was afraid of her hairpiece that was flammable. Her and Ashley had on a whole snuffleupagus. So I was afraid for fire safety. I wanted to call the marshal. Like, I don't think that much flammable material should be together on someone's head, especially at a convention like that. We were in the middle of the desert. Rob, you know if you dated a woman, she'd probably be faithful. Just saying. Just saying. Now let's talk about this Juan's at the laundromat. He was with an assistant coach. They had to wash jerseys for the team. So you're telling me on a whole college campus that has a sports department, they don't have washing machines there? One, why ain't the players washing their own clothes? But let's just say, that's part of the coachly duties. Ain't there an assistant to do that? Like, why is an assistant coach washing jerseys? And why don't they have a washing machine and a dryer on campus? Why y'all gotta go to the washaterium round the way? That don't make no sense. It's just the lies. Like, stop insulting our intelligence. A lot of us were born at night, not last night. Over with Karen, who is absolutely lovely, and La Dame is worth it. I got to smell La Dame on the Grand Dame. I mean, it don't get no more authentic than that. I'm telling you, it's worth the money. It's actually, quiet as it's kept, it's a deal for $80. That is a high-end scent. Karen knows what she's doing. That's class. Ah! Oh yeah, Bronx is back home. I dropped some bread and put it in the trash can. And who do I see sneaking around the corner with a big old piece in his mouth? Oh, now you want to lay down. Mm-hmm. Told you to stay out of that trash can. Over with Karen, she's meeting with Wendy and Candace for drinks. I did not get to ask Candace if she would consider herself the princess of Bravo Records, or the first lady of City Winery. I wish they had a City Winery out here. Everybody be performing there. Wendy, that rosary you got is fabulous. She said, I'm sanctified with style. Take a lesson, Heifer Crosby. Karen is activated this season, and she was activated at the Potomac panel. She is keeping the same energy she had on the panel on the show, or rather on the show on the panel, because the show was filmed first. Karen said, we can only get along if we're being honest, and the biggest liar here is the woman who hid her truth. We were the target so she could hide her business. Now you can keep your business out the street, but not at the expense of pulling mine out of the garage. So people won't see that your garage door is open and your husband's car isn't there. But then again, you're always so glad Juan Dixon isn't here right now. I don't know why you stay with him since you're so happy he ain't here. Just let him go. I mean, he already left. Just let him go. Candace said, what really blew my wig over there was when she said, I was waiting for Karen to bring it up. And that is a really good question, Rob the Throb. Why were you waiting for somebody else to tell your business? If you had just said, look, Juan had a little slip up, we all right, let's go on, let's hash it out now. I'm fine, I'ma keep messing with them. I'm fine, I'ma keep sitting on it. I'm fine, that's my baby daddy. We staying together. How y'all run your house, you run yours. I don't care that much. He had a slip, it was a blip, and we'd have moved on. You could have quickly addressed it and then let it go. You could have had a whole, okay, we're gonna talk about this here and now. You could have had a conference. You could have taken control. But instead, you sat back and waited for Karen to do your dirty work so that way she could be the villain. Karen didn't fall for your foolishness. Again, she was born at night, not last night. And girl, she had on one of her units. Get one. She looked stunning. I mean, it was incredible. I want to look that good at 60. She looked 45, 47. I want to look that good at 60. And it just wasn't the skin. It just wasn't the perfume. It just wasn't the hair. It was the aura. It was the confidence. I wish I could have asked her how she has grown her confidence from season 1 to today. Because remember when she came on, she was very much a housewife, wig slipping, all that. But now she is so much more confident, so much more self-assured. I love it, and I want that. I act like I have it. Put on a good front, though. I can put on a good front. I can make it look good. Like Dorinda said, I can make it look good and shake my ass proper. But on the inside, child, I'm like, oh my God, what am I doing? Over with Ashley Darby, she's still married to her Gollum. And don't want to get divorced because, you know, she gonna be broke as a he-hang. But at least he's taking care of his chitlins. The house is nice. A 4-bedroom, 5-bath, 3,400 square foot. In this economy, I'd sit on his lap for that and let him cheat in peace. And let him cheat in peace. And quiet as it's kept, I think that's Ashley's real issue. She's like, I could have let this man cheat in peace, and I had to upset the apple cart. You knew what you signed on for when you got him, so I don't know why you thought he was going to turn into something else. Now, Ashley, I have to ask you, was this whole prenup renegotiation thing an absolute lie because you don't get alimony? Not even a year's worth of alimony. You get some child support, but he ain't giving you nothing. He like, all my money for the kids, I ain't got nothing for you. All I got is dick and bubble gum, and I'm fresh out of bubble gum. No alimony? Not even a lump sum. Now, I'd settle for a lump sum one-time cash payout. A decent piece of property and $800,000 cash. I'll leave you alone. I'll leave you alone. But Gizelle wants to have a meeting about Rob the Throb's merge. And Ashley, like, I tried to talk to her about her sad little union with Juan, and she just barks at me. But go ahead, Jizzy. Oh, someone asked me when I met Gizelle, did I meet Gabrice or Gabrissy? I met Gizelle. Gabrice and Gabrissy are the heifers she pulls out on camera. Gizelle, who is this sexually confused young man you're pretending to date that's on Summer or Winter House? I don't know if I'm really here for this cross-pollinate show romance, but You need a plot line any way you can get it, and you certainly don't have any personal life to speak of, so I see why you two got together and cooked up this scheme. Was it Todd that helped you with it? It was probably Todd. I mean, at least you hired somebody with some production experience. Jason is 16 years your junior, but it doesn't matter because I don't think y'all humping. Gizelle doesn't give me a pegging tea, but people will surprise you. Now over with Mia and G. She's got a coinless coot, and I couldn't care less. Y'all went from 10,000 square feet to 1,500 with 2 kids? Oh, y'all brokey broke. Mia's coot says the business owes him $500,000. That ain't money. I mean, that's cute for a down payment. Like, it's a chunk of change, but that's not nothing to live off of. That's not paying $10,000 a month rent. He's squabbling over pennies. He should be saying the business owes me $5 million. Now, $5 million, okay, you can live off that. You can live off that interest. You can open up a new business with that. But $500,000, that's what you whining about? That's what got you broke? Y'all was broke to begin with. You were embezzling. You were embezzling, I believe. I believe you were embezzling. I believe you were. I'm not saying you were, but I believe you were. It sounds like embezzle. Because $500,000, yeah, y'all was living high on the hog for somebody to owe you $500,000 and you had to drop from 10,000 to 1,500. Mia, it was not hard for you to see him like that. It was hard for you to look at his face broke. Because when he got money, he kind of handsome. He can give cat daddy. But broke, you drive right on by that. And you can't believe it. You're like, I done given up the best years of my thighs for a coinless coot. Girl, this is just a smaller version of Erica Jane. Mia, you did think he did something wrong because he probably did. I'm not saying he did, but this smells really fishy. Stinky fishy. Actually, not even fishy. This stinks like chicken salad that's been left in the trunk of a car on a hot summer day. So now Mia's not drinking alcohol, but then she's drinking wine, which is drinking, but not really. She gave up hard alcohol. This is why I asked.
My question is for Mia. Mia, will you be able to keep your timeline of events straight this season?
Oh! And that's why that's the last question.
She couldn't keep it straight. I didn't know what
And the answer is no. So she ain't drinking hard alcohol because when she get drunk, she run off at the jibs. Well, I mean, every other word out your mouth is a lie, so I don't think it matters, but okay, Heifer. Over with Candace and Chris, they're having a picnic lunch. So it was a hard year in their marriage last year, but I don't know why, because everything said was a lie. But then we get to her city winery tour. $50K for the band. That's why y'all don't have the album yet. There you go. It's pricey. And I would have to recoup. So until I can recoup, we just gonna have a little snapperella. However, Candace is suspect of Rob, the Throb, support last season because she's like, were you actually supportive or just using it as a smokescreen for your own man's chitete? Gizelle and Charisse, I just ate. But we gonna give Rob, the Throb, some tough love. Ashley on her way too. Gizelle, when you gonna finish this house? I think like your look, it's always going to remain under construction. So now Rob shows up and Gabrice goes in. This is a little tough love. Hasn't she gotten enough tough love from Juan? That's some tough love from him, the toughest. Rob says her joy has been stolen, but not by Juan. Not by Juan. By the pile-on of everybody forcing her to reckon with Juan's obvious chitete. Charisse said my ex had some boogers. But what are you, Charisse? What are you? So Rob stands by her man who isn't there. This relationship isn't new to me. No, your throuple-ass marriage makes you feel right at home. Some people like to play the second fiddle. But the girls do have a point. Juan doesn't think how his actions will affect Rob, the Throb. I have to agree with Nene. Rob is very starless right now. The spotlight is on you and your wig, and neither one of you are shining. Gizelle, you want her to live her best life. She is living her best life, letting her man cheat in peace. Y'all won't let him cheat in peace. Let Juan cheat in peace. Let him cheat in peace. Charisse, This is season 8. You insist upon thrusting yourself on us. Can't you get that head together? Why are you always in these poofy yet disheveled wigs? It's always sitting up there like a hat. You really think this part doing something? You really think it's doing something? It ain't. But now Charisse and Ashley go over their cheating men and the lies they accepted. But at least they went on and told they stuff, and Charisse went on and got off the show. Rob, you just want to half-step it with your business. Ain't nobody buying Juan's bull. Charisse said, I led the basketball life. I know what goes on in them hotel motels and a huzzy day. I will say Rob does have a point, though. Do you want me to get a divorce? You want me to be angry? What do you want me to do? I'm doing what I want to do. I'm not giving you the reaction you want me to have. I don't care. Let the man cheat in peace. Well, that was the ship. So I'm going to see you soon from Married to Medical.